What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all tuning in. The next few uploaded videos are going to be from our Destin, Florida series, where we went down south and did some inshore as well as some offshore fishing, deep sea fishing. Did a catch, clean, cook as well. I hope you enjoy the content on the way, and if you do, make sure to smash that like button. Without any further ado, let's get into it.
Good morning. Day one of Destin surf fishing starts now. We've got 4 rods, sand spike, squid for bait, and a beautiful ocean. Let's get it. As you can see, we're going to be using some cut squid. Let's see if we can get a few pieces on some circle hooks. Just hook it through the middle. Send it out there. See what wants to eat. Send out the big rod. One of these loop-de-loop pools. Alright, I'm about to see if I can get out here, cast as far as I can. Some little bitty bait fish up here. Hope they don't pick my squid apart. Let's see. Alright. Something hitting it. There we have it. Oh, our first catch of the morning. Beautiful. Looks like we're getting a bite. I think it's hooked up. Pretty little pinfish. All right, let's get him back. Got a hook in my hand. Yeah. Pretty fish. So we got what I think to be a small blue runner right here. I saw him schooling over here on the beach and threw a sabiki rig in there and got this one. So let's let it go. I got two, double up. Let's go. Two pinfish. One. Here's number two. Go, buddy, you got it. You got it.
3, 2, 1.
I do too. This two, that's why. Oh, it's a whitefish. It's a whiting. It's a pinfish and a whiting.
Oh, that's cool.
You can actually eat those. A lot of people eat those. Oh, he's slimy. Kind of like a drone. All right, you get him back. Got some shoulders on him. He's still little, but he fought like a man. That's a little pretty one. I love the colors on him. Let's get him back.
At this point during the day, the sun was high in the sky, and we were ready to take a break and have some lunch. We ended up at the Shack in Okaloosa Island, which was a fantastic place to eat. Ended up getting some black and redfish, the best I'd had, and then I was taking in the view here. She thought I was taking a picture of her, but I was just looking at the beautiful view, her included. We ended up going back fishing, ended up at the Okaloosa Day area, where we run into a lot of hermit crabs on the beach. Got a little bit of footage of them, and as y'all know, I had to get a line back in the water.
Another little one. Let's get him back.
This specific area where we had decided to fish was in Okaloosa Island, and it was actually in the Bay Area, and you can tell the water clarity is much different. The further you got out, the more it cleared up, and we got some good footage of some pinfish, as well as what I would say are some fry. They were all over the place, so you could only imagine how many of those smaller fish had pecked my squid off of my hook earlier that day. There was many times I reeled in and didn't have any bait left just due to the smaller fish not being able to get hooked up. I spent a large chunk of time just swimming out and getting footage of the fish down on the ocean's floor. As you can see, there's a lot of pinfish down there. I saw a lot of whiting schooled up as well, and all that small fry right there that'll probably grow up to be larger pinfish that can steal my bait some years down the road. But I enjoyed it. It was a good time, and it's always nice to see fish in their natural habitat and kind of see how they act and how they react to things. So I spent a good bit of time doing this. Got some good footage of them as well. A lot of close-up shots. They weren't too scared of me, to be honest. I think it was due to kicking up the sand, and it stirred up stuff for them to eat. As you can see, I stayed out there for a while getting some footage of them, and there were actually some pretty large pinfish out there. I think the biggest one that I caught was actually about 6 or 7 inches, but there were some larger ones at this area, so I kind of took a break from fishing, let my shoulder relax from casting that lead pyramid sinker way out there over and over, and just kind of hung out in the water. Kind of took a break for a while. But eventually, I saw too many fish and said I got to get one on the hook. So eventually, I decided to go back up, make a few more casts before we left for the day. I ended up catching another whiting, and the slime coat on this fish is just so slippery. I had the hardest time trying to get the hooks out of these things. Every time I'd catch one, I'd drop it. And it didn't matter how hard I'd hold on to it, I ended up dropping it. And as you can see here, there we go. Gotcha.
Pretty little whiting.
So, ended up getting a whiting.
Okay.
Dropped it again.
A million times.
Horrible fish handling skills, but I still caught it nonetheless. I ended up catching one about twice the size the next cast.
Good size whiting. Oh, like a little shark.
He was a little bit easier to hold on to, so I got an underwater shot of letting him go. He kind of hung around us for a while. They feed off the bottom, so they end up going down to the bottom of the floor and feeding off of the sand. Unfortunately, at this time, my GoPro batteries died, so I couldn't get underwater footage of the stingray that come up to hang out with us, and I had to get it above water with my phone. Not too long after this, we ended up leaving, and then we ended up night fishing that night.
All right, I got 2 rods out. I got one with a double rig for squid out on a smaller combo. Then I've got a full pinfish out on the larger combo. Both of them are out about 150 yards offshore. Oh, there's one. There's one. Oh, he's jumping. Look at him.
Oh, it's huge.
Look at him. Oh, he broke off. Oh.
Whatever that giant was actually didn't break off. What it did do was straighten out a 3/0 circle hook, which I accidentally filmed in time lapse, but you can see it right there. And I'll play back the video in slow-mo. But from what we saw with our bare eyes, it had to be about a 3 or 4 foot shark. Unfortunately, it's pitch black outside, and the only thing we could do was put our light out there on it while it jumped. But you see it right there. It's hard to make out on video. From what we saw, it was kind of brown, so we think it might have been a bull shark, but we don't honestly know. The only way that I could have told you exactly what it is if I would have got it in, but I didn't. It straightened my hook out. So I was a little upset, ended up putting the GoPro up. We still caught some more fish, some pinfish, as well as some hardhead catfish. We caught a bunch of those. They were kind of small. At that point, we had been fishing all day, so we decided to go back to the condo and get ready for the deep sea fishing trip in the morning. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to the channel. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, drop a like on the video and send it to somebody that you think might like it as well. Also, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more content like this. We're going to be pushing out a lot more videos in the future. Most of all, don't forget, there's a lot of good people in this world. If you can't find one, be one. Till next time, y'all, I'm out.